Yo, what's good? This is your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. So, yes, it is another one. And listen, look, we have a situation in Denver, Colorado, and things are coming to light here now. And yes. We have a young lady here that's going to explain what's going on in Denver, Colorado. Now, of course, Denver is also a sanctuary city. She's saying that these migrants are up there doing the most egregious things. I'm talking about they're getting hold to weapons, all types of stuff. Listen, look, we're going to go here now, and we're going to dive off into this. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
For those who have not believed me, please check out this video someone else posted. The Denver News actually did air this too, which is surprising since they haven't been documenting anything going on. But they're acting as Amazon drivers, waiting for people to answer their doors, and then breaking in, robbing them, committing crimes. So it's happening, guys. I'm not lying.
Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous out there. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man. Okay. Of course, I have more things like that. And this young lady is going to explain in this next video exactly what's going on here. I want to read a few of the comments first here. Let's see. I live in downtown Denver. It's so bad. Okay. Let's see. You do realize our military could go in and let's see. You do realize our military can't go in and do away with the Venezuelan gangs, but until the order's being given, not a damn thing's going to be done. Let's see. This is the Biden administration's fault. Hold on.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Where's the mainstream media? CNN, MSNBC, The View. I don't know why he expect The View. I don't know why he expect The View to report this shit. Oh no. Hold on. I don't know why he expect The View to report this shit. Let's see. You're the third person I've seen talking about this on TikTok. Let's see. Thank you for speaking up. Okay, let's see. Many people in the country don't believe this is happening. Man, wild out there. I feel sorry for those folks. I feel sorry for those people in those the sanctuary cities. Like, seriously, it's crazy out here. Okay, we're about to go here now. Let's check out a little bit more of what she had to say. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Here we go.
So I'm not one to talk politics. Never have been. I try to stay out of those conversations. I've always respected what everyone feels and thinks. I still do. But I don't think a lot of you understand what's happening in our country right now, mainly because most of you don't live in a sanctioned city. I live in Denver. So the people that are living in these sanctioned cities, we are slowly losing control of our city, our cities, and the government's not doing anything. Governor Polis in Colorado, he is not doing anything about the apartment complex that has been taken over by Venezuelan gang members that have come over illegally. They have robbed 10 gun shops in Denver in the past month. They are strapping up. And this is just the first step. They're seeing what they can get away with. And so far, they've been in this apartment complex for almost a month. The police can.
Wow. Hold on. So this Venezuelan gang basically has gotten hold of weapons. They procured artillery. They probably have procured enough food as well to sustain them within that compound, things like that. Because that's what this is now. It's a compound now. Like this or not, They turned that apartment complex into a compound. Basically, that's what she's saying. And because I understand the black language that she's trying to really explain. She a white girl. She don't know. It's a compound now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they procured enough food, other types of resources, things like that. They are actually doing some Nino Brown movie type shit out there. Hey, listen,
So
look.
what the French toast is there to think about?
Listen, look. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And then you got the other young lady that down there said, right here, where they go, realizing that the military can actually come in, but the order's not being given. Of course, the order's not being given. This is ridiculous right here. They're letting, man, these sanctuary cities. Thank God I do not live in a sanctuary city or a sanctuary state, whatever. Jesus, man, I can't imagine what these people are going through. And it's like, okay.
Can't do anything about it. We haven't brought in reinforcements. And they're just living in this apartment complex they overtook and no one's doing anything. What do you think they're going to do next? They're going to start overtaking more apartment complexes, more buildings, more facilities. What did our country think was going to happen when their time was up in the hotels we provided to them? I had a feeling they were going to start overtaking things, and that's what's starting to happen. It takes a lot to scare me. I've been to third world countries, never really been freaked out or nervous. Never thought that I would have to buy a gun to feel safe. And even when I get my gun in a couple days, I don't even know if I'll still feel safe, but at least I'll have a weapon. I've never been against guns, but I've also never thought that I'm going to need to buy a gun for safety.
So yeah, she's definitely going to need to go to a gun range, like seriously, to get trained. I mean, it's just no joke on that. Yeah, and to handle a firearm properly, and to know when to handle a firearm, and also put yourself in the mindset of when you get in situations to where you need to actually use a firearm without the fear taking over.
But here we are. Here we are. And if you don't live in a sanctioned city, I really, really encourage you to do some research and see what's happening to our country. I understand if you're a Democrat and you have your reasons, right? Abortion, you're pro-abortion and same-sex marriage. I'm fine with that. I understand we all have our own opinions and our beliefs, and that's important to a lot of you. But I hope you understand that although those are important topics when it comes to voting, if Trump or someone else is not in office other than Camila, whatever her name is, that stuff's not going to matter because we will not have a country like we have now or have had. So it's not going to matter if abortion is legal or not. It's not going to matter if same-sex marriage is legal or not, because we're not going to have America anymore. It's not going to be the land of the free. It's not going to be what we have known our whole lives. We're living in a very scary time right now.
And I definitely agree with that. I really do. Listen, look, I'm definitely for every American living their life the way that they want to live it as a true American. But she's definitely right on that aspect. If we keep allowing certain things to go on with moving these people in, giving them money, things like that. Y'all saw the receipts out there. Y'all saw the receipts that those immigrants or migrants, whatever you want to call them, left at that store, stuff like that. It's all over the internet. I'm gonna pull it up soon myself. But y'all saw the receipts. They're getting tremendous amounts of money. How you think they're getting hold of all these weapons and things like that? Man, this is crazy out here. Denver got real issues going on, and of course, it's not being talked about. On mainstream, nobody's pulling this shit up out here. Nobody. The citizens of the natural born American citizens are having serious problems out there in Denver with these people.
And a lot of you just don't realize it, mainly because you're not in a sanctioned city, which is great. I'm honestly happy that you guys are not living in a sanctioned city. But For those of us that are, you really just need to pay attention to what's happening, because soon they're going to leave the sanctioned cities, and some of them already have and have gone to different states, cities. So if you think it's only going to happen in these sanctioned cities, you're very wrong. It's eventually going to spread, but this is where it's starting, and they are slowly taking over Denver.
Now, listen, look, I definitely agree with that. Because if you know, the old school saying is shit runs downhill, okay? And it does. You know, y'all want to sit here and think that even if you're in a state or a city that doesn't support the sanctuary situation, these individuals, they're going to keep spreading out. They're not just going to stay in those cities just because, especially if they're able to use those cards and things like that anywhere across the United States. Nobody's paying attention to that talking point right there. Nobody's paying attention to that talking point. If they are allowed to use those cards that they're getting with 10 grand on them, 3 grand cash, all this other type of stuff, yeah. If they're legally able to use them all across America, what's stopping them from going anywhere?
So what the French toast is there to think about?
And bringing their issues. And bringing their issues. Listen, look, like she said, it's starting in these sanctuary cities, states, whatever. It's starting there. It's going to break out. It's like a plague. A plague starts in one place. Be honest with you, most of the time the government comes in, they try to contain it, but obviously the government's not trying to contain this issue. So yeah, what do we do here? What do we do? How do we defend ourselves from this overriding of our own citizenship as American citizens? Now, I guarantee you, if some of these migrants decide to go other places, even if they can still get their government benefits in other places and still use those cards, I guarantee you in other places that they go to that are not sanctuary places, that are not going to play these games, it's going to be a huge problem for them. I'm not going to lie to you. That's when the shit really going to hit the fan out here. Seriously.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Because if they go somewhere where that place is not going to tolerate that, they're going to have a huge problem.
It's happening right before our eyes, and no one's doing anything about it. If I would get pulled over on the side of the road and had guns in my vehicle or pounds of marijuana or cocaine, guess who's getting arrested? Me. Obviously, it's illegal. I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing. But these people are coming in doing all sorts of illegal things and not getting arrested, not getting kicked out of the country. We're handing these people money. We're handing these people tools to find ways and make it possible for them to overtake certain places and cities. I'm very nervous. I have a hard time even falling asleep at night right now because that's how nervous I am. And again, that's not like me. I'm not typically someone who gets nervous or afraid. Homeless people don't freak me out. You see the people on the streets tweaking out from drugs. That stuff doesn't freak me out. What freaks me out is these Venezuelan gang members that are overtaking the city of Denver. And
hey, listen, look, I could dig that. But the thing of this is too, and what I can see, and this is just a thought process of mine. Most of these sanctuary cities and things like that have super strict gun laws for its citizens. So it's not like they can just, it's not like how it is in the deep South, in the country, stuff like that, where, you can have whatever you want and things like that as far as artillery. in most of these super sanctuary cities, it's hard for people to even walk down the street, open carry, stuff like that. They've picked the right cities to actually allow these migrants to come into. They did their strategical work to make sure that they picked the cities that had their citizens on such a lockdown legally with firearms to where the citizens could really barely defend themselves. You have to think about this, what's going on here now. Those people in those sanctuary cities are in cities that have gun laws that they can't really barely defend themselves. Now, Denver probably is a different cookie, but you got Chicago, New York, out there in California, San Francisco, all these places. It's they're very tight with gun laws for their citizens. It doesn't work the same. But at the end of the day, though, we always know that criminals do not care about laws. That's the reason why they're fucking criminals.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
I know it's happening in other sanctioned cities. And I feel like half of the world, half of America, half of the United States doesn't understand what's happening. And that's what scares me the most, is that it's just not known that this is happening. So I just encourage you to do your research on what's happening right now. Venezuelan, it's actually a fact and known. You can find this online, that they emptied their prisons, which is where all of these gang members came from. It's actually a gang known in Venezuelan prison. That's who's in our country right now. It's not just Venezuelans that wanted a better life. They emptied their prisons out. Venezuelan, if you look up the facts right now, their murders have gone down 80% since our border opened. Where do you think they are? They're here. They're in America. Guys, again, I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care. I don't care. I respect it. But I'm telling you, being pro-abortion, same-sex marriage, I know all of that is important, but it is not going to matter, because our world will go to shit. Our country is going to go to shit if we do not put someone back in as president like Trump. And I'm not a diehard Trump person. I never have been. I think he can be arrogant, says stupid shit, but what's happening right now is not okay. It's not okay. So I would really just encourage you guys to do your research. Democrat, Republican, whatever your views are. Right now, I don't think that matters. I don't think it matters if we're Democrat, Republican. We need to all come together as one to fix what's happening in our country.
Yes.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
I definitely agree with her on that. I definitely will agree with her on that. Listen, look, these are the things right here. It doesn't matter what party, what side, this and that, what like she said, she gave a lot of points. Whatever you want to vote for these individual sides for, we have a huge issue. These people are already in the country. The barbarians are in the damn gate. They're in here. They're in the gate.
You old fish-eyed fool.
The barbarians are inside the gate, and they're slowly but surely starting to set strategical places on fire. Now, this is how war works out here. Listen, look. They're starting to set strategical places on fire. Most of these places are major financial places. LA, New York, Chicago, all these places are major financial places. The Santos in Florida, he's trying to hold the line too right there. Texas was trying to hold the line, but the government also tried to sue them for holding the damn line out here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. No. Any logical thinking person needs to understand that this shit is gonna roll downhill. They're not just gonna stay in these sanctuary cities. They're going to venture out to the rest of America. So what, I mean, no, I'm not gonna ask that question. But what's the deal? We need to get some type of control over the barbarians because they're in the gate. They're running rampant. You may not like this shit, man, but these barbarians, they're running rampant over here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
They're running rampant. And barbarians don't care about no laws. They don't care about no humanity. They don't care about no structure. They don't care what you talk about. You trying to deal with your children. Half the barbarians don't have none, and if they do, they don't even care about their own kids out here. The barbarians don't care. But y'all are gonna have to wake up out there and understand that shit. Real talk. It is what it is, though.
What the French toast is there to think about?
It is what it is, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure that you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.
We'll talk about that some other time.
No, I want to talk about it now. See,
Fred,
another reason
Fred, I said we'll talk about that some other time.
you don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sanford.
I'll point my finger at your nose, and I'll point my foot somewhere else in a minute.